Hi, Stampin' Friends. It's Tina Shaw from TinaLovesToStamp.com. I'm so happy that you joined me today, hence the word happy. I just discovered this new technique, and oh my goodness, it is so fun. I couldn't wait to share it with you. I'm calling this the Vellum Stampin' Blends with Alcohol technique. And then I finished it off and put on some pretty flowers, and then I wanted the happy on it. And I want to show you how I did this. If you go online, you can find lots of tutorials, and it's like most of them are different. Each one is different. And so I just did the one that I liked the best. So let me show you the inside. I saved a little piece after I had colored my my vellum. So, okay, let's get started. Like I said, this is so fun. Let me grab a piece of scrap paper, which I should have already had here, but I didn't. So, what you need is a piece of vellum, and I cut this piece at 5.5 by 4 1/4. So that is the whole front size of the card. So, this is where it gets fun. I only used 2 colors to make the color on the front, and here they are. I used the dark Mango Melody, which I believe this marker is going out, and then I used a color that is coming in. This is one of the new in colors, and this is the dark Polished Pink blend. So all you do, oh my goodness, so easy. You're just going to take and just put down some color with your blend. And then I have poured me a little cup of 91% alcohol. So all I'm doing is just taking the alcohol around the edge of that. And then this is, I don't know what it was called. I think it was a little spritzer that we used to have at Stampin' Up. This is retired a long time ago. And so you're just going to squeeze some air on that. And look what that does. I love it. I love it to run. The alcohol dries really quickly, which is really good. Now I'm going to come back and just add me some of the mango. And I think I want to wipe this off so I don't get pink in my yellow. It's going to run some, but I don't want it to run yet. So again, I'm just taking that around the edge mostly. Then take my little spritzy tool. They say you could use like a nasal sucker, you know, like you get for your babies when you're trying to, or a snot sucker, or any other kind of little tool that blows air like that. Or you could even use a straw and just blow from your mouth if you wanted to do that. I fortunately had one of these. So again, I'm just going to add some more of that color, my polished pink. Go around the edges. So all you do is just put on your color, put on the alcohol, and then just squirt the air on it. And it just is gorgeous. I love the look of it. Isn't that pretty? Look how the colors break down into light and dark, even different shades. Some people don't like the little veins, but I think that just adds character. Already, look how pretty that is. Okay, now I'm going to add another piece of yellow. And I'm making these pretty big. You don't have to make them that big. You can do it however you want. Now, like I say, there's all kinds of different techniques people have used on this. A couple of people have taken and just put down all their ink at one time, you know, all your different colors here and there, and then go around. But I just love to do each color separately. And if it's not dark enough, of course, you could add more color. Okay, let's see. Let's put a little pinkish right here. Isn't this fun? Don't you wish you were doing this? It is so much fun. Around. I know all you people are going to want to do this. All of my stampers. You can do this at home. It is so easy. You do need to go either to the drugstore, the grocery store, and get the 91% alcohol. All I had was the 70. And I forget what other country. Alyssa Tilsner? I forget if she's from, oh, I don't remember. But they have like 100% alcohol there. But in the U.S., let me show you mine. This I got from Rite Aid, and it's 91%. Not expensive, but if you don't have it, you'll want to get it. Let's see, where do I want a little more yellow? You don't have to do every spot. You could leave some white if you wanted to. Okay. Isn't this so awesome? This is like designer paper that you buy, and you can make it yourself. You don't even have to do your whole page if you don't want to. But since I'm going to use the edge of my paper, I do want to try to get as much color on as I can. If you notice here, I'm wiping off between each color. And then I'm dabbing it in my alcohol. I have it sitting on a coaster so I don't get it on my desk here. That wouldn't be good. Wipe that off. Now when the yellow and the pink mix, makes it kind of a corally, orangey color, which is kind of pretty too. Isn't that so cute? Oh my goodness, I love it. We're getting there. Whoops. And it is good to have a piece underneath, piece of scrap paper, so you don't get the ink everywhere. And the ink, or the ink, not the ink, the alcohol, like I said, it does dry really quickly. You do want to use this in a well-ventilated room because it is such a high concentrate of alcohol. Okay, let's see. Let's do, I want more pink here, more pink here. Try to stay on your paper. I think I'll put yellow in that corner up there. Okay, here and here. Let's see what that does. Even if you think you mess up, it still turns out so gorgeous. Because if you can mess it up, believe me, it would be me. Look how pretty it turns out. Now let me turn it around and just do the last corner, and I want to finish that one in yellow. So now I just need to add a little bit more of the alcohol. And then spritz it with the air. See how that runs over there? Love it. Now, isn't that gorgeous? All right, so I think that looks good. What do you think? Put the lid back on my lens, and then clean off my brush. And I just have a little wipe to clean that off so it doesn't stain. Put that away. And now, since I didn't ruin my alcohol, I already have more for my next project. So now I'm going to sit this aside for a moment and let that dry. And while this is drying, I will tell you what I've used. So I used a piece of basic white cardstock. This is cut at 8.5 by 5.5, and it is scored at 4 1/4. Right there. And then you want to use your bone folder. And next I have a piece of the polished pink, which is so pretty. And this one I will put on it's the whole length of the card. This one is cut at 5.5 by 4. Then I have a piece of basic white, and this is 5.5 by 4 1/4, which is the same size as the front. And when this is dry, which it looks pretty dry, I want to first take this piece and trim off 1/2 inch. So I'm going to put that in my cutter, and trimmer, cut off 1/2 inch, and then this will go on the inside of my card. This piece, so what I should do is cut off 1/2 inch of here too, right? I got a hair here. 1/2 inch. And let's see if that works. And it does. Okay, so let's just take, so you can either put the ink side down or you can have the ink side up. This one is a little bit more vivid. This is a little more muted. So I think I want to use the vivid. Okay, this is dry. It does curl a little bit. If you wanted to, you could use your Stampin' Up heat tool on low and dry it that way. And the reason I wanted to put this on the white is so it shows up better. If you put this directly on the pink, it's going to be dark and it isn't going to be near as pretty. Now, if it doesn't match up exactly, you can always take your little trimmer and trim off that edge. But it's so minute, I don't even know if I need to. But it did. There it is. Look at that. Pretty cute. And then just a smidgen on the top. I don't even know if that will work either. There we go. Another, just a hair. Okay. Now, done with the card making. So what I want to do is attach this piece to my pink. And actually, I think I want to take off a little bit more because I want to have a little bit more of a, see, there's 3 3/4. Let's go over another 1/8 of an inch. Because I do want to see, there we go, the edges. There we go. So that's cut down just a wee bit. So I will go ahead and attach. I think I want to use my glue. This one to apply onto here. Isn't that just gorgeous? I love it. All right, so let's just turn this over and give it a good rub. Now, before I attach this to my card front, I want to add a piece of this beautiful new ribbon. So y'all are getting a sneak peek of a new in color. So let's take and just use some adhesive to hold this down on the back. Like that. Make sure it's straight. Looks good. And so let's put some more glue on this piece. Like that. And just attach this to the front of our card, leaving just a little bit of the layer showing there. Okay. And again, let's just take this and rub it. Make sure it sticks really good. Okay. So there's that. And while I'm at it, I can go ahead now and just glue this piece down. I think I will use my silicone mat. And just put this right up against the edge here. And since this is on the white, I don't have to worry, whoops, about it being too dark. Wonder why that did that. Must have pulled too hard. Okay, so there's that. Now, since I did that, I have a little bit extra. I'm just going to trim that off. Okay. There we go. Nobody will know except everybody that watches this video. Right? Get this off of here. Okay. Now, let's go back to the front. I've already gone ahead and stamped ahead of time just to save some time. So I think I would like to use adhesive on my happy. Now the happy comes from, let me show you this set. The happy comes from the Pretty Perennials set. I just wanted happy. I just thought the colors were happy, and so that was my reason. So now I do want to pop this one up with dimensionals. I can find where I hid them from myself. Here they are. So I just want to put a few on here. About 4. And go ahead and place this down, onto over top of the ribbon, like that. There we go. Now, I also have gone ahead and punched out with the smaller daisy punch 2 of the bumblebee cardstock, and 2 in the polished pink and 2 in the white. So I glued them together with a glue dot and then just offset the leaves. So I want to put that one there. Then I want to take this one, put it over here, up a little bit higher. And then my white one, I did already go ahead and put a regular size dimensional on the back. I think I want that underneath there, like that. Then I also cut out little tiny circles, just from an old circle punch that I had, Stampin' Up had at one time. So I have a white one that I want to use a glue dot to put these down. So I want to put my pink one on my white daisy. Then I want to put the yellow one on my pink daisy. And then a white dot on my bumblebee daisy. Isn't that so cute? I did go ahead and tie a bow using my bow maker. And this one, oh, I forget what this was called, the double D, I think. And I did that ahead of time, and I do have a video on this one as well. Just when you go to my blog, TinaLovesToStamp.com, in the search bar, put the double D bow, and that should come up for you to see how to make that. Okay, so I need, I don't know what I'm looking for here. I need another, I think I'm going to use 2 glue dots for the bow, just to make sure it doesn't fall off. And I want to put that on this side, like right there. Isn't that adorable? Let's trim off our ends. Right there. And then I kind of tuck that one up underneath there, so it doesn't mess up the happy too much. Okay. Now I used 2, I lost them, 2 of the pretty little gold, Forever Gold laser cut specialty paper. And what I do is I just take it all apart and put tissue paper between the layers of the different cutouts. So on this one, I just wanted these. So I want to put that one there and that one there. And again, I want to use, excuse me, just a little bit of the Stampin' Seal. And just put it right there. And then the other one right there. Now, just to finish this off, I love to use bling. You all know me very well. I love bling. So I want to use the holiday rhinestones. I'm using the yellow ones. And I want to use 3. There we go. Isn't that just beautiful? And you made your own designer paper. Isn't this just pretty for spring or summer? And then on the inside, since it says happy on the outside, I decided to do happy and then birthday wishes, and then I did a little flower. The birthday wishes is from the Butterfly Wishes stamp set, and this one I believe is retiring. And then I'm using the little daisy out of the daisy lane, and to do that I used regular markers and colored my inside with the, I think this one was the bumblebee, and this one is the new polished pink. So this is the way to use two colors on the same stamp. And there, I went over it just a tad, that's all right. And there we go. So now, that little piece, I always like to give it a little huff of moisture and then stamp it down in the corner. Isn't that cute? And at the same time, then I took an envelope, and before I didn't ink it up again. I just used it like as is. I huffed on it again and stamped it just ever so lightly on the front. Isn't that cute? So this is my card. This is the Vellum Stampin' Blends with Alcohol Technique daisy card. I hope you like that. I hope you will give it a try. Oh my goodness, it's so much fun. So many possibilities with all the different color blends that we have. And don't forget to get your alcohol, 91% alcohol at the drugstore. Also, I wanted to tell you another thing. I used the ovals, the layering ovals. These are retiring. So I used the, let me see, third from the largest scalloped and the fourth from the largest regular oval size. So if you do not have these, I am advising you to hurry to my online store and order them before they are gone. So thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I hope to see you back really soon. Bye.